Hello and good morning everyone, and welcome to day 3. So you just got going again. It's 10 past 8, so slightly later than yesterday, but yeah, still getting a nice and early start. Only difference compared to yesterday, I've actually not had breakfast yet. I'm not feeling hungry at the moment, but yeah, made sure my food and cooking stove and stuff is easily accessible, so as soon as I start getting hungry, I'll find a spot and have some breakfast on the way. So I feel like I've had a quite chill morning, and 8 o'clock's not super early to leave, but funnily enough, all the others that camped in the kind of same permit area as I have, pretty much not heard a peep from them yet. So they're all still just sleeping or just chilling inside the tent, and I guess I'll just take it a little bit slower this morning. I've again had a pretty good night for sleeping outdoors. Fell asleep pretty early yesterday. I think I was pretty much gone by about 8:30. Did wake up again just before midnight, and then couldn't get back to sleep for a while. Ended up reading for a good hour or so, and then I think I fell back asleep around 2 and woke up about half past 6ish. So yeah, decent amount of sleep I think. And yeah, like I said yesterday, goal for today is to do at least 10 miles. Pack feels heavy, legs feel heavy, so it's probably going to be a slow one today, but we'll get there. Okay, so walked about probably only like 15 minutes or so, but yeah, I'm at the Loch Lomond car park. And pretty much as soon as I started walking, I started getting a little bit hungry, so I decided to actually, stop here straight away and get my breakfast done. Nice thing about the car park here, it does have toilets and also fresh drinking water to fill up your supply. So I thought that, get my breakfast here, drink a good bit of water and my coffee and everything. And then yeah, once I'm ready to head off, I can use the toilets here, fill up my water and everything again, and head off. But yeah, it's look at this view here in front of me where I'm set up. It's, in my opinion, doesn't get much better than this view for breakfast. Right, so I'm nearly finished with breakfast. Just got a little bit of coffee to go, and I really wasn't feeling my kind of multigrain porridge stuff this morning. Not sure why, but just didn't hit the spot this morning, so I think I've probably had about half of it, but I'm having some dried mango as an extra just to get some more calories in. But yeah, last bit of coffee in a minute, and then gonna head back to the toilet block, wash up, use the facilities, fill up my water bottle, and then we'll be on our way again. Alright, so fully got going again about 10 minutes ago or so. At 9:20 I think we fully set off this time, and I've seen about this box on YouTube and definitely stocked up for the day ahead. So yeah, we've got some nice cakes and different stuff in there, also some fruit, eggs, some sandwiches, a little bit something healthier. But yeah, this one also nice, so you can pay in cash or you can scan to pay. But let me tell you one thing. So where I had breakfast on the side of the loch, there was a nice little breeze going on, so I wasn't really bothered by the midges. But back here now, no wind at all, and yeah, as soon as you stop, they do descend up on you. I've just put some mixed repellent on kind of everywhere I've got bare skin. We'll see how that works. Right, so at this point we're about 40 minutes past Dhuinne, or the Loch Lomond car park, and at this point we're leaving the camping management zone. So after here you're allowed to camp again. I would say overall with yesterday and today together 4 or 5. So I'm not the fastest walker, I do have plenty of people overtake me, and it took me about 5.5 hours or so to hike through the camping management zone. So if you do want to wall camp all the way and kind of not worry about a permit or anything, you can definitely, with dry planning, get through the zone in one day. Right, so at this point, as you hopefully be able to see there behind me, the sign points back downwards towards the loch. But from what I understand, you could also go straight ahead, keep following the road, and eventually you do get back to the same point. I'm pretty sure, from what I understand, what I've seen from other people, upper road is a little bit easier underfoot. They're kind of more like this gravel, whereas down by the loch side the going is a little bit rougher. I don't mind that, and I think it will be nice to be down by the loch, so I'm gonna follow the sign and head downwards again. I think, like I said, if I do this again, I'm probably gonna try to do the wild camping the whole way. And this beach here behind me might be the spot to stay for the second night. Just look at how perfect this is. So back there you've got some pretty flat ground. And just beautiful. Guys, along this lower Loch Lomond section, there's so many good camp spots. Like, I'm just coming past another one here. Lots of space. You've got the shore just down there. Yeah, so if you're wild camping in this area, really absolutely no issues finding any spots. Beautiful just down by the loch side. So much of the path goes really right along the loch. Then every now and then you've got to climb up and over, and then going back down the other side. Alright, so I've been going for probably just under an hour and a half since leaving the Loch Lomond car park, and yeah, love this trail. So this lower path along Loch Lomond, we've definitely got to focus. So there's lots of kind of tree trunks, rocks, stairs, little streams to jump over and so on, so you've got to stay with it. And also, I think the best way to describe the path, if anyone has ever trekked in Nepal, you might recognize the phrase Nepali flat. So basically it describes a path that you're not really losing or gaining any elevation, but the path itself is just constantly going a little bit up, a little bit down, up and down again, and that's what this path here is. So yeah, not really flat for much of it at all. It's usually always going a little bit up, going a little bit down, and every now and then we've got some steep stairs thrown in. But yeah, I love paths like this. It's The going's pretty slow, but they're good fun, and I do really enjoy it here. But yeah, gonna take a little break and then we'll head off again. So we've just left the shore behind for a little bit. We're currently walking through this absolutely beautiful woodlands. Yeah, a little bit of a long incline to get up here, but now it feels really nice. Path is nice and flat, and yeah, very beautiful. So yeah, we've just come off the path here a little bit because I wanted to have a look at this buffy. Sleeping platform, table, space to light a fire. So yeah, I'd say nice place to stop over if the weather's really bad. So yeah, the two routes back together again. Right, so we're quite high up above the loch side now. Feels like we've just been going up for a while, but the way the path looks, we might be starting to head back down again. But yeah, 2.5 hours in since Loch Lomond car park, so I think it's time for another sit-down break. So ready to go again. I've also just checked distances. So we've done a little bit over 5 miles. We've got 2.5 more to go to Inversnaid Hotel. That's going to be our lunch break today. We finally made it to the proper downhill. So that whole way we climbed. Now we're going to get back down to the loch side. So just got going again after a nice little break in that little bay. Probably only stopped for about 10 minutes. But yeah, I find if I stop much longer than that, it gets much harder to keep on going. But yeah, we've only got about 1.5 miles to go until lunch. So, you know, gonna have a bigger break then. Alright, so it's 1 o'clock now. We really can't be far to Inversnaid now, but I'm refusing to look at the map because if it's further than I think, I don't want to know. Because yeah, I'm definitely ready for lunch. But yeah, I keep hoping that every time I turn a corner, the hotel's gonna appear, but we're not quite there yet. But yeah, really hope not too far now. I don't know if you can see that through that camera, but there's some white shimmering through there. It's definitely a building. Nearly there. So just chilling in the walker's room here at the Inversnaid Hotel. Good. Promise I've got sunscreen on, but my skin just looks red. Done 7.5 miles this morning, and as I've said, I do want to do at least 10 today. So I think what I'm gonna do is walk for another probably about 2 hours. And after that, start looking out for a camping spot. and just see how I feel. But yeah, I'm just charging my phone, and I've been here for a good 45 minutes now. It's about 2 o'clock, and I'll get going again soon. Right, so it's 2:30 and I've just got going again. Definitely could have sat in that room for a whole lot longer, but yeah, it was nice to sit down for a bit and charge my devices. I've just put more sun cream on, as you can see. I think I've caught it all now. Like I said just before, I definitely want to do another 2 hours, and then probably afterwards start looking out for a camping spot. But yeah, I do want to get past most of Loch Lomond. I would like to camp on the shore again, so we'll see if we can find a spot towards the end of it. But yeah, I want to make sure tomorrow's not too long of a day. So yeah, anything extra we walk today, don't have to do tomorrow. Right, talk to you in a bit. I was definitely told that this section after Inversnaid is probably going to be the roughest part along Loch Lomond, and yeah, just going through this section, can definitely believe it. Gonna move through it nice and slow, but yeah, it's going to take some time to get a couple of miles in. Wow, so sections like this one behind me, definitely so much harder with a heavy bag on, because I know myself, if I had like a light day pack, I'd literally have to be skipping down these steps quite easily. But yeah, the bag, it's a lot harder, and it feels like we're moving at snail's pace. With nice benches like this here, how could I not have a break? Right, so this morning I did roughly take a break every hour and a bit, and I felt like that was a nice pace. But I think this afternoon it's more going to be like a break every half an hour or so. Pretty tight. Alright, we've gotten past another half an hour. I just had another little break. I just wanted to sit down in the shade a little bit, because here it's all open for a bit in front of us and it's quite warm. So yeah, I have to make sure I hydrate properly. But yeah, we've come just over or pretty exactly 2 miles out so far. So yeah, like I said at the beginning, I roughly want to do another 2 hours. So I think about an hour to go, and hopefully we'll find a good spot around there. And what I forgot to say, so the second half an hour definitely felt a bit easier than the first half. So yeah, during the second half hour here, still had some tricky bits. You had to, clamber over a few rocks and so on. But you also had a few flat sections in between. Just long enough to rest your legs a little bit and get ready for the next rocky part again. But yeah, now it's turned into a really, really nice flat walk for the moment. So I'm gonna enjoy this. Right, we've only done about 25 minutes this time, but the seat was too nice to pass up. Third section, pretty rough again. So just after I had my last break, where we had that nice stretch of flat, at the end of that there's a really nice little beach area, and I really thought about stopping there, but it's just not quite far enough along, and it would have made for a really long day tomorrow, and especially now after this last section I'm happy to get this done today and then have the easier bit tomorrow. Still very rough going, and you see that nice staircase there in front of us. Wow, these stairs are super steep. Don't know how well you can see that. Oh, not quite vertical, but pretty close to it. Right, so we're at 10.7 miles today, and close to the 2-hour mark since we left lunch. Path seems to be starting to ease off just a little bit, so I think this might have been the worst of it. No, don't get me wrong, this path it's absolutely stunning, it's really beautiful, but it is hard. But yeah, so we've basically just passed my target for today, so pretty much next nice spot to set up the tent that has access to the loch is where I'm gonna stop. Guys, I might have hit the jackpot. See that little area? Here's the loch. But yeah, let's check it out. Right, so this little spot, nice bit of grass, and the beach there behind me literally appeared like out of nowhere about 2 minutes after I hit my goal for today. So yeah, definitely gonna set up here. Like I said, here it's even a little bit of sand and not just pure gravel, so definitely gonna stick my feet into the loch tonight. But yeah, let's get set up and chill out for the rest of the day. Right, I'm just sitting here for the moment. Probably my favourite spot I've camped yet so far. We'll see how the night goes, but I'm absolutely in love with this spot. It just reminds me how lucky I am to live in a country where we are allowed to do this. You know, the right to roam here in Scotland is pretty amazing. It means you can, you know, hike down beautiful paths like this, and just when you see a nice spot to stop, you just put up your tent and you can stay the night, no worries. So yeah, pretty amazing. Feeling very lucky to be where I am right now, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to tonight. So it's a little bit later. I'm fully set up. I've not had dinner yet, but we had a pretty late lunch, so not hungry yet. So we'll leave that for a little while. But yeah, I just walked over a little bit from the tent, just sitting on some rocks that are nice and warm, and the sun right in my face, which yeah feels really good. But yeah, let's talk about today. So we started just before Dhuinne, and it took me I think 4 hours and 15 minutes to get to the hotel where we had lunch. Once again, my brain's not thinking names. Well, I'll pop the name of the hotel here on the screen. Lunch was okay, on the more expensive side for what it was, but yeah, it is a hotel at the end. But yeah, they have a great setup for walkers. water tap outside, but then yeah, you have a proper like a little room that they've set aside for walkers. Like you don't need to buy anything, but yeah, tables outside, some tables inside as well, plus what's nice, plenty of wall plugs, so if you do need to charge something, it's a good place to get those devices charged up. But yeah, I went inside and had some food in the bar. We set off again at, I believe, 2:30, and then we got here just after 4:30. And I mean, the whole walk today was absolutely stunning. This whole Lochside section is really beautiful. But yeah, it starts off nice and easy, and then kind of when the path split, that lower section, it's really nice, but yeah, it's quite a bit up and down. Like I was saying earlier, definitely saying Nepali flat applies to it. But yeah, plenty of camping spots along that section as well. It felt like I was walking past one every couple of minutes. But then yeah, not too bad to Inversnaid Hotel, that's the name. But then yeah, the kind of 3 mile section afterwards, it is quite a lot. Definitely, I mean, it wasn't just me, it was a lot of people that I saw. Everyone's moving quite slowly, but yeah, it's pretty, you definitely need to have your brain switched on and stay concentrated. Again, plenty of up and down, lots of rocks, lots of tree rocks, some pretty big steps. So yeah, it was tiring. I definitely felt like I had a little bit more in the legs today. I could have gone further, but this spot was just too nice to pass up on. But yeah, we ended up doing 10.7 miles, I believe. But alright, so what's the plan for tomorrow? Now, today's day 3, which makes tomorrow day 4. Now, if you remember, I initially said I was going to walk during all of my 5 days off. So it's Friday today, and my original plan was camp again tomorrow and then walk until about lunchtime on Sunday before making my way back home. Now I've changed my plans a little bit. Couple of reasons really, but yeah, I feel like this hike is taking a bit more out of me than I expected. So I do want to get home tomorrow, Saturday, so that I can have Sunday off and just recover a bit, because Monday morning I'm back at work. And yeah, I feel like just 2 nights in a proper bed and a full day of rest, and also just the chance of getting some boring chores done, laundry, etc. I feel like it's wiser than to push through for another day, because I just know if I only get back home on Sunday evening, I'm going to be completely knackered for the whole work week. So yeah, plan is to hike the 10 miles to Crian Larich tomorrow, and there is a train that I want to catch at 2:24. So I want to make sure to plan to be there definitely by 2 o'clock. So during the easier sections, I've been roughly averaging about 2 miles an hour. So I need to think the walk will take 5 hours, but I'll definitely give myself another hour spare. That would make want to set off at 8 tomorrow at the latest. But yeah, leave at 8, and that will give me just over 6 hours to do the 10 miles, which should be absolutely doable. Now, if something happens, or I'm just really slow tomorrow, there are later trains I can catch, but basically this earlier one gets me to Fort William and then the bus to Inverness, whereas some later ones that are available, I would have to head basically down to Glasgow and then up again, which works as well, but it's definitely going to take longer and wouldn't get me home till past 10 p.m. I think, whereas if I take that early one, I think I'll be home by about 6:30, 7ish, something like that. But yeah, so that's the plan. I've been having an awesome time so far. I'm really, really happy I took this opportunity to do the first half. I was thinking about it for quite a while, if I, wanted to wait for a time where I've got enough time off to do the whole Highland Way at once. And I think I'll definitely do it at some point in the future. But yeah, for now, happy with walking it in these 2 parts, because I moved to Inverness about 6 months ago now, and one of my big goals was definitely to walk the West Highland Way during my first year. But yeah, if I didn't do it now, I probably wouldn't have much of a chance to do it throughout the rest of the year, just because I do have a big holiday coming up in the autumn, which uses up a big chunk of my holidays, plus my mum's visiting later this summer, so that's another week of holidays gone, which is why I had to squeeze this in during these kind of the shorter week off. But yeah, I'm gonna read for a bit. Sun's just behind a cloud again, but I should come out again in a second. Read for a bit, then at some point make dinner, chill out, and then probably have a relatively early night again. Right? Alright, so hope you've enjoyed day 3. Thank you for staying with me through my travels today, and then I'll see you for day 4 tomorrow. Bye bye.